I'm Alessandra Barrett, Associate Director of Special Projects at the Journal of Commerce, and I'm at TPM 23 with Priya Rajagopalan, Chief Product Officer for FourKites. It's great having you here.
It's great to be here, Alessandra. Thank you.
FourKites recently released a survey that looked at the concerns of supply chain stakeholders. What did you learn?
This is our annual survey. We surveyed about 350 respondents, split roughly 50-50 across BCOs and logistics providers. And surprisingly, the concerns were the same across both segments. And top of mind, number one was labor costs, of course, labor shortages. Second was transportation costs. And the third was customer service, which of course is understandable when you think about what we've seen over the past couple of years, especially with respect to port congestion. Now, there are a couple of differences. We are a multimodal visibility provider, right? So we kind of see differences across the modes. What was surprising was that about half of the respondents didn't really have a solution for ocean visibility and really felt like they didn't have any insight into what was going on with their container, whereas about 70%, more than two-thirds of them said that they did feel like they had a pretty good solution when it came to ground visibility. So I thought that was really interesting. Fascinatingly, 1 in 5 are still relying on manual processes, right, to actually figure out where their container is. So definitely lots of room for improvement. But the good news is, certainly from our standpoint, but also I think for the industry as a whole, nearly half the respondents said that they planned to increase their investment in supply chain visibility this year, having recognized that this is something that is a must-have to weather the storm.
How did those numbers shift from the year before, say?
So what we've seen, roughly I would say it is similar. One of the things we've noticed, though, is especially with respect to ocean freight, things are a little bit calmer now. Right? Last year we were certainly middle of the storm. So the biggest thing on everyone's mind was all about port congestion, berthing times, just the complete uncertainty around when the container would arrive, and the ability to therefore service their customers. That was by far and away the biggest thing on people's minds. Now it seems to be shifting and it's a little bit more balanced.
What are your thoughts on weathering the ever-shifting ocean freight shipping situation?
Yeah, so I'd say a couple of things come to mind, right? There's going to be a glut of capacity that's hitting the market very soon, and there's going to be an imbalance in supply and demand, as we've been hearing over the past couple of days, right? The numbers vary, but certainly we're looking at as much as potentially 30% extra capacity that's going to hit the market this year even, with only increases in demand of single digits, right? Anywhere between 2 to 5%. Given that, I think it's a great time for ocean shippers, at least the BCOs, to certainly lock in their rates because spot rates are lower than they've ever been. So it's a great time to lock in their rates. That's number one. The second, I would say when it comes to ocean exception management is key, right? You don't want that container, that's gated out and sitting there incurring demurrage, right, running out your free days and not be able to pick it up. And so the only way you can get on top of things like this is to be able to monitor. So certainly investing in visibility tools of some kind, I think, is super important. And then the final one I would say we are hearing a lot more of among all of our shippers is around sustainability, right? And so I think now would be the right time. Coming out of the World Economic Forum, it was literally among the top 3 topics of pretty much that was discussed across every CEO forum that happened. And so I think it's very front and central, even in North America, which I would argue has been a little bit behind the rest of the world in this aspect. It's now very real. It's on everyone's agenda. And so I think both the carriers, as you know, have staked out pretty ambitious goals in terms of sustainability. So I think it's a great time for shippers to think about how their transportation plans play into this and how to get ready for that.
Priya, thanks for sharing your insight and for taking some time from TPM to sit down with me today.
It was awesome. Thank you so much, Ali.
I've been speaking with Priya Rajagopalan, Chief Product Officer for FourKites.